How's it going, everyone? Got quite a lot to cover in this video. An unfortunate reality in digital gaming once again. We have to face it. Some games have been delisted from the PlayStation Store forever, so we'll talk about that very briefly. I mean, these games aren't like something that I think people are going to be overly upset about, but if you do have the games in your library, obviously they will be yours to keep. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, one of the standout games from 2024. Not my game of the year or anything like that, but I really did enjoy it, and the great thing about the game is it's going to get perpetual content updates, and 2025 looking to be a banner year for the game as well. I mean, it just came out in 2024, so it's going to be the first full year of the game, but you get the idea. More content updates on the way for that. And Project Century is the latest game from RGG. It's a brand new IP, and some interesting stuff was said about that. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But right off the bat, do want to note that a ton of NASCAR games have been delisted from the PlayStation Store forever. This is probably because of licensing agreements and things of that nature, but this includes a NASCAR 15 Victory Edition, NASCAR Rivals, NASCAR 21 Ignition, NASCAR Heat Mobile, NASCAR Heat Evolution, NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition, Heat 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are on a plethora of different platforms, but in the case of the NASCAR titles, they have been pulled from the PlayStation Store. If you go onto the PlayStation Store and look up NASCAR, I believe there's a couple of games that you can still pick up. It's just NASCAR Arcade Rush. That's the only game that's available, and I don't even think, yeah, that's not even being delisted. The games have already been delisted, so obviously, you know, your boys got to do a better job of keeping you guys up to date as far as when stuff is going to get delisted. I believe I mentioned it briefly, like, I had known about the NASCAR games getting delisted, but man, the dates just come up before you know it. You know, it is what it is. I don't think you guys are going to be losing sleep over not having the NASCAR titles, but some of you guys do like to have a full, you know, library and get the games you potentially can miss out on. Thankfully, on PlayStation, you do have the opportunity to buy physical copies of specific games, like Samurai Jack Battle Through Time recently got delisted, and that was a relatively notable delisting, to be perfectly honest, but Limited Run Games did do a physical print of that game, although, you know, that's one of those games. It's a Limited Run Games title, so there's not like that many of them out in the wild, and I'm actually curious on how much that game is going for after it got delisted. So let's look up Samurai Jack Battle Through Time PS4. Okay, yeah, this is not gonna be a game I think a lot of people want to drop $83 on, and that's for a Japanese copy. There's $90 for a Nintendo Switch copy. I'm sure the price point got appreciated, but bear in mind that that is a limited run games title, so it was always gonna have a little bit more hefty of a price point, but yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. And there's a Samurai Jack Battle Through Time Best Buy Edition copy. That's $1,400 right now. Alright, yo, this is why you don't go down the rabbit hole of delisted games. I mean, PS4 games going for $1,400. What are we doing here? But, yeah, NASCAR titles, all of those have been delisted. Thankfully, Warhammer Space Marine 2 ain't getting delisted. In fact, it's going to get a ton of new content in 2025. 2024 has already had some content updates with Space Marine 2. Bear in mind, the game just came out back in September, so you got update 5.0. That just dropped in. Next in 2025, fresh content for PvP players. We have heard you, and we know you feel left out. We will have your back in 2025 with brand new and exciting content for the PvP. First thing we can tease you is this new PvP map. It'll be set in a closed environment with many narrow passages, pushing you towards to engage more in close-quartered battles. Custom PvP lobbies will also be implemented in patch 7.0. You'll be able to play with modifiers and change the amount of players up to 6v6. You can change the timer limit for each match, the maximum limit score. You can have more than 2 players for each class and have 6 snipers on your team if you want, even if it's a questionable strategy. Love to see all of that. That is great. You've got new PvE content on the horizon as well. The hotly anticipated Horde mode will arrive later in 2025. We'll keep you updated once we get closer to it. Prestige rank will be introduced during Season 3, allowing you to upgrade your classes even further. On top of that, the new operations and new enemies will come to expand the content of Space Marine 2 to spice things up. A new difficulty level with new rewards will also be added, and our next champion will be the Salamander champion, and he will be a sniper available in PvE and PvP. His cape is very cool in regards to why they have made the decisions with this character. An obvious choice for the sniper champion would have been to be a Raven Guard, but we have different plans for them. Everyone loves salamanders, us included, and we really wanted to give them a champion. Heavy and tactical would have been good candidates, but heavy was already taken, and we have a different idea for tactical, and they have a sneak peek available as well. And then customization elements will be added as well. We'll keep adding customization elements throughout the year to represent more iconic chapters of the 40k universe. Battle Barge expansion, the Data Vault, will make its entry on the Battle Barge next year. It'll consist of new areas with unlockable information on most elements, enemies from the game. Unlock them with a special currency earned through in-game achievements. We'll get back to you quickly in the beginning of 25. This is what I've been saying about Space Marine 2, that even though there was pushback on the length of the campaign is only one component of the game, and we've seen games for how many years come out at $60 in the past, or even $70, and they've had 8-hour campaigns, but the extension is via the multiplayer component. And maybe you could say Space Marine 2's PvP wasn't fleshed out enough, but they've been rolling out consistent content updates, and consistent content updates that have been free. So you spend the price point of $60 or $70, you should probably buy the game on sale. You can find it on sale for like $50, and it's a game that you're gonna get consistent content updates, and I think there's value in that for sure. I love Space Marine 2. I thought it was a great game, and I often say, and a lot of people say this, that it harkens back to like a 360 era shooter, like a Gears of War 2, and I totally get that comparison, and it's something that essence is very much there. Now, technically speaking, the game is fabulous, and on PS5 Pro, by the way, upgraded to play even better on there if you do have a Pro. But yeah, love Space Marine 2 and excited to see more content updates in 2025. A game that won't be out in 2025 but maybe 2026 is Project Century. During a December 26th broadcast, Yokoyama claimed that every fan theory and a bit of speculation he's seen online about Project Century is wrong. We didn't include any information that would enable people to guess. Honestly, when I initially saw Project Century, I didn't know what to make of it, but then as I saw more of the trailer, I was just like, oh, this is totally an RGG title, and by the end, yeah, the RGG logo popped up, and I was like, okay, RGG, much like From Software, I don't care anymore. There are a few studios that deserve a level of goodwill, that they can do whatever the hell they want. That's why with Elden Ring Night Rain, I know some people aren't as excited about it. It's From Software. Do whatever the hell you want. Y'all have earned that level of freedom, and not even freedom, that's not the right word, but that level of me just not bugging out over them making decisions. Project Century is just a brand new IP, and I'm sure it'll be great. The RGG titles are right up my alley, and I'm sure it'll be a fantastic title. Hopefully 2026, I could see 2027. Now keep in mind, RGG at this point is looking to annualize their titles, and we know that we're going to be getting Like a Dragon Gaiden, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. These names, I'm sorry, are getting a little crazy. Pirate Yakuza in February. 2026, I am curious what game that's going to be. That's either going to be Project Century, it could be Virtua Fighter, but I don't know if that fits the category of RGG's annualized release. Like, Virtua Fighter might just be its own thing, or it could be Yakuza Kiwami 3. And if you think about that, like, that's a lot of games in development over at RGG. I don't know how they managed to do this. A lot of them, you know, reusing assets, I get that, but man, if you can reuse assets this effectively, reuse all them assets you want. I don't give a damn when it's at this quality level. And any other developer out there, y'all want to reuse assets for your games, if it's gonna lead you to be this consistent and this filled with quality, reuse all the damn assets you want. I could give a damn about that. If it's gonna enable you to do games at this quality level and with this consistency, I do not care. But yeah, hopefully Project Century will turn out well, and excited to see a new IP. Obviously, you know your boy would love to see a Judgment 3, but it looks like Judgment is going to the wayside, at least for the moment being. I don't know if they could figure out a way. I know that there was some things going on from a legality standpoint, or some stuff with the actors. I don't know the entire story, but for now, it looks like Judgment is definitely taking a step aside. And then we also do know that the next mainline Like a Dragon title is going to be in development as well, and I would imagine that's not going to be out for a while, like maybe 2028. But, yeah, like, they got a lot of stuff cooking, and it's incredibly exciting. But that'll do it for me. Again, some titles from a PlayStation Store have been pulled forever. It is what it is, but something to keep an eye on. As far as delistings on the digital storefronts, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 getting a lot of updates in 2025, and Project Century, a game that we don't know much about, but it's RGG. I'm sure it'll be just fine. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.